Our political insiders join us now in the studio. They braved the storms to get here, guys. Thanks for being here.
I think I saw Tony's car floating along there in that last sequence. I'm not sure. But...
Could be.
Well, we want to find out what storm is going on in the legislature over the budget right now. What do you think? Is it at a stalemate?
Pretty close. The negotiations are ongoing, but the sides are still light years apart. The Wolf administration just seems to want to continually double down on raising people's taxes, even though they're clearly, given the 193-0 vote a couple of weeks ago, isn't an appetite for his tax plan.
And I think Charlie's point is valid, except that some taxes are going to be necessary, some increased revenue. And what are those kinds of increased revenue? And the Republicans have been stonewalling a little on their own, which means neither side is moving. Republican stonewalling is on the basis they want to talk about pensions first, which don't really affect the bottom line of the budget. It doesn't reduce the state budget this year, and it won't for the next 30 years. So it's a valid issue, but it's not an issue that really helps move the budget along.
Property tax relief is also a big deal, and I just got an email 5 minutes ago that says the Senate Democrats are going to hold a news conference tomorrow morning on a property tax relief plan, I should say.
Yeah, and as I've said several times, Rob, if you ask the 253 legislators about property tax reform, you get 254 plans. I mean, that's the problem here. Everybody's got an idea. Everybody hates property taxes. Let me say this, because it goes into the budget discussions. We have property taxes for county governments, for municipal governments. You don't hear a lot of hue and cry about those property taxes. You hear them about the school property taxes because the school budgets in many districts are too big. And now what we're being asked by Governor Wolf is to simply pour more money into those budgets.
Tony, what needs to happen before June 30th? A lot, obviously, but
there's a lot that needs to happen. I think that they need to set some priorities and say, we're not, and this is going to sound like a partisan position, but there's not enough time to really deal with the pension issue intelligently. And if there's an issue, here's a $30–50 billion issue, we should take our time with that and have a little bit of discussion and some testing of theories. And on the other hand, the same thing could be said of liquor store reform. There are some good plans. Everybody has some good ideas. They should get together and decide what they can compromise on, but they can let that wait till beyond the budget, because that's not going to help the budget this year either. You can't sell the liquor stores in time to help the coming year budget.
Except that at some point, you've got to make a decision on these things. To say that these haven't been fully vetted, fully discussed for a long, long time. A variety of plans about the pensions, we have. And so, I mean, at some point, you've got to do what the Senate Republicans have already done, and that's pass some legislation.
All right, guys, we're out of time. Thank you so much. You can see our political insiders every Tuesday right here on CBS 21 News.
And join us on Sunday mornings at 11:30 for CBS 21's Face the State, right after CBS's Face the Nation.